The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of Paltalk.com, AVM software, or its advertisers.
Good evening, folks. News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of Paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the Internet with more than 4 million unique users, on demand on iTunes and on YouTube, and on Gary's blog, www.garybaumgarten.com, where you are invited to comment whether you agree with Gary or not. And thanks to our friends on siren Digital Talk Radio, we're syndicated coast to coast across the United States to 12 million additional households. I'm your host, Boaz Frankel. Well, folks, looks like the fighting in the Middle East is not giving in and not giving up, and it's going on. Heavy clashes between the Israel Defense Forces and Hamas reported this morning in the northern Gaza Strip. 2 lightly wounded by Gaza mortar fire in a community called Shar HaNegev region. Bush made a statement today. Israel has the right to protect itself. And the Defense Ministry, Tzipi Livni, has made a statement that actually the Foreign Minister of Israel, Tzipi Livni, I stand corrected. Hamas firing rockets, Israel showing restraint are over. And that is the latest word from the Israeli government. There is no let up in sight. The international community, the European Union, and of course the United Nations all want this to stop. They want a ceasefire. Israel is not interested in a ceasefire. Israel is interested in stopping the rocket fire, and that's just the way it goes right now. And there just isn't going to be any let up at this point. The fighting goes on. We have a live report from Israel from a gentleman by the name of Moshe Eshed. Moshe Eshed lives in Gan Yavne. Gan Yavne is 1 mile east of Ashdod. Ashdod is a major city in the southern area of Israel, not too far from the Gaza Strip, with well within range of the rocket fire. Ashdod and Gan Yavne have been hit in the last couple of days by the rocket fire. Moshe Eshed is married, has 3 children. He is a traffic safety supervisor. That is the line of work that he does. And he is here with us today to talk about the situation, particularly in his area and in general. Moshe Eshed, good evening to you from Israel. How are you?
Thanks, I'm okay. And I'm glad to be interviewed now.
Thank you very much, Moshe. We know that you're on a cell phone, Moshe, so we're going to kind of try to contend with that. Moshe, when we spoke this morning, or rather earlier today when I called you, you mentioned that the settlement that you're living in, Gan Yavne, is about 1 mile east of Ashdod. Now, we know that your area has been hit by rocket fire. When did this exactly happen?
It happened last week. The last one was today, and it was hitting a house. But lucky that the people of the house was not over there. They left for work. And so there was no interest. And always we got it. One was the other week. Saturday in the other week, very close to my house, in a field. And my youngest daughter was staying in the bus station at that time. Point is that we are not using to the alarm. And she was talking, putting by the mobile phone. And she was not paying attention even that there was a bomb behind her. She thought that, something, she was not even paying attention for it. And then when she found out that It's a bomb and everything. That's where she was scared and she came home back scary. She's 24 years old. She was behaving like a little kid.
I can imagine, Moshe, that she was scared. Moshe, let me ask you, when you said that that there was supposed to be an early warning system that gives that is, if there is a rocket fired from the Gaza Strip and it's on its way to some area in let's say where you are, there is supposed to be an early warning system that gives you at least a minute or 2 minutes of early warning before the rocket hits. Does this always work out this way, Moshe?
Not all the time. Now they fixed it. We have 45 seconds to find ourselves kind of a shelter to stay in.
So you have 45 seconds. If the early warning system goes off, when you hear the siren, you have 45 seconds in order to take cover or go to a bomb shelter, correct?
Right, yes. Right.
And what comes to mind, Moshe, is that not everybody is 20 years old that can get up and run in 45 seconds to a bomb shelter. You have old people, young children, and so what you're telling me is that after the 45 seconds are up, you see people still running in the street or running to a bomb shelter.
Right. I can tell you, my mother is staying with us. She's 85 years old, and we are lucky that we have that shelter at home, and she lives there. That's her bedroom, so she doesn't have to run, and we're lucky with it.
Moshe, let me just clarify that for our listening audience. In Israel, when they build an apartment building or they build a house, they always build. Let's say if it's an apartment building, they build a